Hi guys, welcome back to the Card In. Today is the second episode in this TCI Archives volume. Today we're talking about 2019, which was the first year that the Card In opened. Just so you know what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about sort of like my expectations when opening a shop versus the reality. I'm going to be talking about my sales from February all the way to December, talking about how it went up and down, and mainly down. it wasn't much sales at all. We're going to be talking about like a couple other important things as well that kept us going with some motivation, things that helped us to start to grow in small ways. This is a Good Pals t-shirt. We only have 3 left of this one in particular. Head to Good Pals or thecardin.co.uk. All t-shirts are only $7.49 until they sell out. So we opened on February the 12th, 2019. We had Red Roses, we had 5 David Blaine decks, we had the tea cards, just they were just brown or wine red or something, and a few others. We had about 12 products, some Nox too. Opening day, we had 4 customers. We had 4 orders, which totaled to maybe around £100 in total. We had 1 from the UK, 1 from France, 1 from America, and I can't remember the exact country, but it was from the Asian continent. And that was a great start. I was very optimistic after that. I said to myself, well, hopefully, 4 orders on our first day. And hopefully I'll get 50 orders in my first month, February. And this was already February the 12th. It wasn't at the start of the month. And I think we got a grand total of 1 more order for the rest of the month. And that was a reality check. We're doing okay on eBay, but eBay is unpredictable and unreliable. You just don't really know what's going to happen on eBay. I think we had about 50 visitors on our first day, which was not bad. We got that whole week. We went a whole week, and then Alan came back, ordered some more Nox. And I think it was another 2 weeks before we got another order, and that was in March. So, and I remember celebrating getting that order back in March after 2 weeks no order. It's such a good feeling when you're starting out getting an order. It's still a good feeling today, but back then, honestly, getting an order felt like scoring a goal. In sport, it's honestly such a good feeling. I've got the sales figures in front of me. February we had £133, March £300, April £200, May £75, and lowest was in June. We had only £54 in sales in June. And that's an entire month. That's on average about £2 a day in sales. And at that point we'd started a new internship. I was working full time again. Motivation wasn't exactly that low, but we didn't really have any money to invest because I really thought we'd sell more. And I was out of work for a couple months, got back into work. Then I started getting some money again. And then we went to £208 in July, same in August. September was about 220. October then went to £500. So in a space of a month, we went from 200 to £500, and that was big. And I remember at that time, I think we were selling playing cards like Squeezers V2, Mono X, Play Dead V1, Riffle Shuffle. We were just starting to expand, and things were just starting to look a bit positive. £340 in November. And a huge way to finish the year, £855 in December, when first V3 in December 2019 came out. And this was before Brexit, when you could anyone in the UK could order a deck from America. No VAT, no tax, just order it from America, and they come through. And yeah, it wasn't even a pre-order. We ordered first V3, then we had to wait for them to arrive. And yeah. And then we sold them. And they did okay. So that left us with approximately a grand total of £3,100 in sales in our first year. Again, very low. We were starting to do about £3,000 a month in 2020. So yeah, started off very low in 2019. It was a struggle for sure. But it's no surprise that it was a struggle. I didn't have any experience. I didn't realize what people were really after. Like, my idea of what was rare and popular was not the reality. And I realized the importance of having a big variety of cars in store as well. But there was a reason why things started. They did start to get a bit more positive, and I actually got fired from a second internship I did in summer 2019. It really didn't work out. I fell out with the one person who I was supposed to report to. Things were going downhill from there. Ironically, that was a social media intern. And since then, I have used social media to make TCI what it is today, mainly through Instagram, YouTube a little bit. You know, Instagram, we have 6,500 followers. YouTube, 700 odd subscribers. So yeah, it was really through YouTube. I've never paid for advertisement. I've never used Google advertising. I've tried to use Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising. Never really worked. So we spent pennies on that. I didn't really use it, to be honest. So we've got all our customers through organic social media and word of mouth. So, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because leaving that job led me to a new one, which is my current boss at a football club, and he really helped me to start taking business. He helped give me more of a business mindset, and he really helped. He would ask me questions that I didn't know the answers to about my own business that I needed to know, such as what's my turnover, what's my profit margins, what's your stock looking at, what's your net profit, and I would always tell my boss, well, this month we've got £60 profit or £100 profit, and he would ask me what's the net profit, and then what I didn't realise was, yes, I am making profit on each deck sale, but overall, because I've got so much stock in my stock room, the net profit, which is your profit after everything, there was no net profit. There was no net profit at all. And my boss would ask me very important questions, and it helped me start to become very, very thorough, which I did. I did keep tabs a little bit, but I didn't have enough of a comprehensive statistics, basically. You get statistics on Shopify, but to really know your own profit margins, your stock levels, projections, stuff like that, you need to be keeping your own Excel spreadsheets. And I didn't know how to do them at the time. Thankfully, in the new job, I was tasked with a lot of database stuff, sorting out, because I work for a football club that has like 300 kids. There was a lot of admin for that. I learned how to do Excel spreadsheets to the basic level. So now I can do it now, such as in front of me, I've got all my spreadsheets from all my sales since I began, revenue per month, orders per month, items sold per month, and some other bits and bobs. That was absolutely key. And that helped me so much in changing things. So yeah, and then, going forwards, I would then every single year, I would set myself targets, revenue targets for the year. I'd work out, this is my profit margin. Let's say the profit margin was 25% gross. I would say, well, if I want to get this much profit, let's say, because I wanted it to be a full-time job, right? So I said, if I want to get £20,000 at 25% profit, I need to have this much revenue. Or if I want to get 30k, I'm going to need this much revenue. So yeah, that was a complete game changer for me. Not much else to say for the first year. I mean, one other thing. I started a YouTube channel in November 2019. And then on November the 26th, 2019, someone who I looked up to at the time, Daniel Madison, I reached out to him. Well, I didn't actually reach out to him. I just reached out to him in the past to say I liked his work, and I didn't get a response. But randomly, and I did start to get a bit of a connection to Daniel Madison through Alan, who got me a signed deck by Madison. So Madison sort of knew who I was. I got a signed deck which said to the card in. My YouTube channel started, and I remember I made an Instagram post, and I did do hashtag Daniel Madison. And he must have seen it because he emailed me and he offered to do a video for my channel. I obviously said yes. And for me, that was crucial. That was the message I needed to keep going. Even though things were appearing slow, I was always building good card in gradually and gradually. And that was like that's not kind of like a validation that I needed to understand, yes, I am on the right path. And that video is still on our YouTube channel. It's like right at the bottom. So you can go watch that if you want. So that was another big thing. And yeah, like I said, the sales, you can see the sales were gradually, they went down, and then they went up again. And that continued for 2020. So yeah, that was the key, to keep going. Sometimes you could do something for a year and it's still too early to quit. And that was definitely the case for TCI. So I think that's all I need to say for this video. The second episode is going to be about 2020. Things began to kick off for TCI. And that was also a COVID year too. So any questions for that, leave them below and I'll make sure to answer in the next video. So until then, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys later on.